Yo, what's happening? So this is Weinberg MMA. This is gonna be kind of a different video. I will have another reaction video, possibly today or tomorrow. But I kind of, I watch a lot of UFC, so I kind of want to start going over the cards, especially the big major cards. And honestly, this month pretty fucking filled. I mean, you got freaking O'Malley fighting this weekend. You got Kamaru Usman, Buckley next weekend. You got Jamal Hill and Khalil Roundtree the weekend after that. And honestly, I'm looking at the card. A couple of good fights on that card, too. Ilya Topuria versus Oliveira. Man, it's a pretty stacked fucking month, man, I will say. Alright, let's go to the UFC 316. And I'm going to give them kind of my breakdown and my opinion where I'm coming from on everything. So, the first fight, obviously, is Sean O'Malley versus Merab. And I'm kind of... My thoughts initially, are O'Malley has a big chance to win for sure. He went into the last fight injured, and you can tell he was very hesitant to throw kicks. He was having issues with his hip, right? But when he actually did throw a couple kicks in that last round, you saw he was able to hurt him. So I just think it comes down to if he's able to stay on the feet and be a little bit more active with his striking, not just his boxing. I think he could pick up the win, but at the same time, if Merab can hold him on the floor, it's going to be the same as last fight. So we'll just have to see when it comes to if he can stay on his feet or not. If he can stay on his feet, I think it's going to be a different ball game. I think it's going to be a rough fight for Merab, but if Merab can take him to the floor and hold him there again, I don't know, man. I'm leaning towards Merab. I would say 60-40 Merab. I'm a gigantic Sean O'Malley fan, but I gotta listen to my brain. This fight could really go either way. Alright, let me get into the next one. Pena versus Harrison. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not too sure on this one. I kinda lead more Kayla Harrison. I think she's a little bit more dominant, but again, she's only had a couple fights in the UFC, so there's no real 100% on that one. I'm not 100%. I can't really give too much of a breakdown because I don't. Kayla Harrison's got great grappling, really good judo. Julia Pena's got pretty good grappling, I would say, and her striking is very weird, but I mean it seems to work. So that one, up in the air on that one. I would say if you were holding a gun to my head, I would say Kayla, right? But I'm not 100% on that one. Kelvin Gastelum, Joe Pyfer. So that one, I think Pyfer could catch him on the feet. But at the same time, Gastelum has quite the fucking chin. So that's another one, I kind of lead in Joe, but I could see it going the other way. So I'm going to say Joe, but I could see it going to Gastelum. And then Mario Bautista versus Patchy Mix. So Patchy Mix has had some good competition, but the UFC is different level, and I don't know. We're just gonna have to see how he performs. It's his first fight in the UFC, so we're gonna have to see how he performs against a UFC caliber fighter. Especially Mario Bautista, people give him shit because of his last fight, with Jose Aldo and him kind of holding him on the fence for quite a bit of time. But it's I mean, if Jose Aldo can't get off the fence, is that really on him? He's, I mean, I don't know. I understand the frustration with the fact that maybe it's not the most entertaining fight, but at the same time, it's well, if he can't get off the fence, he can't get off the fence. That's on him. That's not on Batista. You know what I mean? Vicente Luque versus Kevin Holland. This is another one that's kind of a toss-up. It could go either way. Both of them carry crazy power. I lean more towards Kevin Holland if he can keep it on the feet, just because he's a little bit more lanky. And Vicente Luque, he likes to get hit, he doesn't like to, but he's willing to go in the fire. He's willing to get hit a little bit more. And with the amount of power Kevin Holland carries, if he comes in 100% and he's not goofing off, and that's the thing with Kevin Holland, you really never know. But I think Kevin Holland's gonna take that one. Bruno Silva versus Joshua Van. Joshua Van's been on a pretty big tear. I mean, if you don't know who he is, he's coming up in the flyweight division. I think he's on a 6 or 7 fight win streak in the UFC. He's been kicking ass, man. All around, he's a really well-rounded fighter. Great ground game, really great striking. I think I'm going with Van. I think as long as he comes in there how he has been coming in, that's an easy win for him. Osmat versus Brendanson. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know on that one. I don't know enough about each fighter to be giving my prediction, so I'm gonna skip over that one. Sergey Spivak versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. So Waldo, I think at times he's not active enough, and he's too boxing heavy. Which, I mean, he's a heavyweight, so I mean, I get it. You know, he's not like Cyril Gahn, like super cerebral and like fucking just bouncing on his feet, very quick. But he's got a lot of power, good boxing. I'm not sure on that one. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to say something. And I kind of think Waldo's gonna win by decision, but I could also see Sergey catching him on the feet. Well, I'm not 100% on that one. We'll just have to see when it comes, bro. Wang Kong versus I'm not even gonna try it. Lipsky. I don't know. I haven't seen Kong fight enough to be like, oh, yo, she's gonna win. So again, I'm gonna have to skip that one. And if I'm being honest with you, there's a couple of guys that this is their debut, and I don't feel comfortable like giving breakdowns on because I haven't seen enough of their fights to be like, yeah, they're definitely winning, or they're good in this area, they're strong in this area. So I think that's gonna be it for my breakdowns mainly. So like I think we got O'Malley, Harrison, Pfeiffer. Again, I'm skipping the Bautista one because I don't know what Patchy Mix is going to bring. He looked really sharp, but again, he hasn't had UFC level competition. We'll skip over that one. I got Holland, Van. Let's go Waldo. And then that's it. All the rest of them is like I haven't seen them fight enough to be like really like they got this. But if you hear anything in the background, I apologize. My AC's on. It's kind of hot today. It won't be on in the next video, I promise. But I appreciate everybody that tuned in, and this was just kind of like a little breakdown of the upcoming UFC 316. And I'm gonna start doing these breakdowns more. I'll do one next week for the Kamaru Usman and Joaquin Buckley card. And yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'll have another reaction up today as well. I appreciate everybody. Again, I appreciate everybody who watched. Feel free to subscribe and like. And if you have any suggestions or if you want to leave a comment, it would be much appreciated. Peace out, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.